안녕하세요. Hi guys. Oh, my hair is also messy. Oh, whatever. Hello. Today, luckily, baby will sleep, I think, for a long time. I have a good feeling. He burped really well. My English is getting worse and worse every day. Also, I bought a book for the baby. Baby's going to be highly educated. Okay. No makeup. Fake glasses, Jinri again. Hi everyone. I hope today I have some time to talk to you guys about my hospital experience. Let's see, what I should have actually organized some fun stories for the hospital. Okay, so anyways, today's topic for my fun mini podcast is my hospital experience that's different from America that I found out. Well, actually, each hospital is also different, so some of them might actually follow the Korean method, but I got a chance to compare the experience with my sister-in-law who gave birth last year. Yes, last year. So it's been a year. Yeah, because recently, this weekend, I celebrated my cousin's. No, not my cousin, my nephew. Wow, it's so weird saying the word nephew. You would never think I'll be saying that word, but I celebrated his birthday, his first birthday this Saturday. So that was interesting. I woke up like 3 times that night so every time I was breastfeeding, I woke up to call my brother or my mom to wish him happy birthday. So I got really exhausted this weekend, but that's why I was kind of happy that the baby woke up on Monday, because I was so exhausted to like talk a lot, and I knew that my brain wouldn't be functioning. So I got a good night's sleep last night, kind of good night. But yeah, I got to compare her experience, especially because my mom helped out a lot for her. So it was pretty interesting. Anyway, so I gave birth on May 12th. It was 3:30 in the morning. 32, exactly 3:32. And after they finished sewing down there and getting me ready. Actually, before that, they gave me seaweed soup in the hospital, like in that same bed that was bleeding and everything. And I think that's the most positive thing about doing natural birth versus C-section. But yeah, I gotta eat it right away. And let me just tell you how amazing Korean food are, like the quality that it came out with, because I really enjoyed the hospital food. Sometimes some people actually complain about the hospital food, saying, oh, it's like not good quality, or oh, I wish they would give something else. But I actually really liked it, so I have no problem with it. But yeah, that I would have to say was amazing. Anyways, and so after that, they helped me. I was in a wheelchair. I thought that was pretty funny because I thought I could walk, but they wanted to 100% like settle me down. So, but yeah, after I gave birth, I can understand why people prefer natural birth versus other things because I was fine, really fine. I was just really tired because, like I said, if he came out 3:32 in the morning, I didn't get any sleep. So I woke up, or I got to the bed, and what sucks about the hospital that I was in is they don't place you, it's all random, so they don't place you right away into a one-person bed. You can pick, but instead, if all the one-person bed are full, then it's like two-person, like not two-person bed, it's like a room filled with two people. There's that, or the cheapest is like 6 people in a room. I think it was 6. And if I get either the 6 people in the room or the 2 people in the room, Mia can't like spend the night with me, so that really sucked. Instead, maybe the hospital fee was a little cheaper, but I was praying that whole night, hoping that there wasn't that many pregnant or women who was giving birth. So I was really lucky to be in a one-person bed at the time. So that happened, which was really good. And the room was so small. Barely had a place for the other person to sleep in. They gave you this really crappy couch. Oh, I should have pictures. I actually took pictures. I don't think I uploaded it. Wait, did I upload it to you guys? But bed was really crappy. Let me see if I can show you. I want to show you guys pictures too. Let's see. Did I upload it? Sometimes I forget what I uploaded and what I did not upload. I realized I uploaded a picture of the IV, so I was gonna use that in my thumbnail. Oh, I guess I didn't. Let me show you. 잠깐만. Oh, okay, I'll just use my Kakao Talk. Hoi. Hoi. Hello, hello. Today is right on to the story. I have no time. Let's see. Let's see. You know, also what's scary is like 90% of my, like most of my pictures now babies. Oh, okay. So I have the food. See, so my vlogging actually was doing well. I was very proud of my vlogging skills. Come on. I'm trying to find a picture without Mia because he's like sleeping very sadly. Oh, here, I'll just use this picture. Oh, I have a picture of him in the couch too. Okay, well, here. Let's see. Here, let's do those pictures. I know. I didn't mind people sending me pictures for babies, but I heard some people don't like it when they send pictures of babies. So, hi guys. We're like ASAP-ing story time. So, yeah. Anyways, so the bed that they had was either this like crappy couch. Let's see. 잠깐만. Oh. Okay, so either they had this like crappy couch, so that's Mia sleeping on it, but I guess it's not any better than in the US, but you can see how like small it is. Mia is 178 centimeters, and that bed was definitely short for him because his legs was hanging off to the end. And so this was, as you guys can see, 8 in the morning. I took 8:30 in the morning. He didn't get any sleep, so he ended up pulling an all-nighter, so he was very exhausted. Poor guy, right? And I had all my crap down there. So yeah. When we got to the room, like I said, very small. either he slept on the couch or on the floor. He ended up sleeping on the floor, but it also sucked. He said this was as bad as him being in the Korean military, so you can kind of imagine how like crappy the experience must have been for him. But I had a nice comfy bed. Unfortunately, I don't have a picture of the bed. I didn't get to take that much picture because I was very exhausted, which hopefully makes sense to you guys. But yeah, so we slept right away, and then they gave us our first meal. I actually have pictures too for that. The first meal was something like this. So I was in here for 3 days, and every meal except for one meal had the seaweed soup. And by the end, I got so exhausted. I don't know about Koreans, but they really have a, like a superstition about seaweed soup helping, with everything. It's like the best meal for women who just gave birth. But if I had to compare this meal versus probably like meal in US, I would definitely pick the Korean one. So I was actually happy. They gave you also lots of fish. Fish really helps with breast milk apparently, and real unsalted side dishes. So I was okay with it because I haven't been eating that salty anyways during my pregnancy. But the moment Mia took a bite of like my food, because he was curious too, he was like, holy cow, this is so blunt, right? Or like, yeah, it was, he said it was very healthy. Yeah, I know it's like, it's good for, I know seaweed soup is very good for blood production and milk production, but oh my god, if you have it for 3 days, oh. So yeah, that was my meal. And then this was his how he slept his second night, because like I said, that bed was not comfy at all, and he had his legs hanging out, so he ended up doing the military style. They didn't even have anything to put on top of the mat, and they didn't even give him a pillow. So I had 2 pillows. I had to give one to him because I don't usually use 2 pillows anyways. And they didn't even give him a blanket. So what the heck? 잠깐만. This is what happens when everything is just starting to get messed up. Okay, hi guys, we're back. So yeah, and in the US, I heard it's kind of like an Instagrammable thing, because I've been watching a lot of Instagram during my last month of pregnancy. Is that you get a fish boat, right? So I really asked him, I was like, Mia, you know what? When I give birth, the first thing I want you to give me is a fish boat. Unfortunately, in Korea, that's not a thing. That's not like a trend that's happening. So this is a side story, but because I was begging Mia for a fish boat, I don't know, I kind of wanted to be like, I haven't eaten sashimi, any raw food for 10 months, guys. And so I really craved it, right? And so I begged Mia, I want something like fancy. So for people who don't know what that is, they call it fishboat, right? It's a boat where they place different sashimi and like choba, sushi and everything. So I was like, oh my god, I really, really want this. And they do it, it's kind of like a meme, and I guess just in US. So the side story is that Mia really tried hard to get me one. And so what he ended up doing was, because you can buy sashimi and sushi separately in the US, he actually was looking to get a boat. So he found a boat using Naver. It was a bit pricey, but he ended up finding it. They were shipping it from somewhere, I have no clue, random. And they started asking him for these like personal questions. So like he gave one of his numbers, not like credit card number, but I think it was his like transportation fee number that they have in Korea. 관세 fee. So he gave that to the people, and all of a sudden they were like canceling on the order and saying, oh, the product hasn't been shipped because of this blah 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 issue. So he felt so iffy that he ended up not getting a fish boat. But yeah, that's how dedicated he was in trying to buy me a fish boat. So instead of getting me a fish boat, my other request was bubble tea. So that's what he gave me. So I was not gonna complain. The reason why I also cut on bubble tea was, first of all, the sugar, how much sugar it has. After I passed my diabetes test, I was just hardcore drinking lots of sugary beverages that he was like, you're not gonna have any sugary beverages until you give birth. And bubble tea is one of the drink that has way too much caffeine, like green tea, black tea, any of those tea. So I cut down on all the teas. Now I know a lot of doctors do say sometimes like it's okay to have a certain amount of tea or a certain amount of caffeine, but you can never measure that amount. They say, oh, like what, 1 cup of Americano is okay. Okay, what does that mean in tea words? Or what does that mean in bubble tea words? And then they also mention how, don't forget, other meals might have caffeine. So I was like, okay, does that mean, like I was being very calculative, and I was like, okay, you know what? This is making way too much stress on my end. So I just ended up not drinking any caffeinated beverage all throughout pregnancy as well. So I wanted 2 meals that had the most caffeine, which is bubble tea for me, and sushi, which we ended up getting later during my breastfeeding. But the boat thing was a failure. So yeah, luckily my hospital allowed food to be brought in. So not only did he bring me bubble tea, he also gave me some ice cream. But funny story is, in Korea, you're not supposed to have icy food after pregnancy. They say that your teeth are going to fall out, but I'm like, you know what? It's my teeth are fine for right now. So I needed some sugary food after it. But yeah, the whole experience for my hospital wasn't bad. The only thing that was really, really, really crappy was the air conditioning. The AC. There was no AC remote controller in my room. So I was getting really hot. But not just that, my baby is also very sensitive to heat, as in he overheats a lot, so he has to be in a very cool area. So I asked the front desk, because I wanted to stay with my baby. I was like, is there a remote controller in this, like, for the room? And they were like, nope. And I was like, oh, why? And they said that it was like system air conditioning, so which means that if I change my room, that every room changes. And so they try to keep it in the most generic temperature that all moms are happy. And also another thing in Korea in terms of like AC is that if it's too cold, then you'll have problems with your body. So they don't want women who just gave birth to be in a room that has the AC turned on. So I guess it was probably an old building that was causing this issue, but it was very hot. So my baby was supposed to be staying in a room temperature of 22 degrees, at most 24, 25. That's how we have it in my room. But the hospital, at least in my room, I swear to God, it was like 30 degrees Celsius. So in terms of Fahrenheit, babies are supposed to be kept in like 68 to 72, 3 degrees Fahrenheit. But my room, I would have to say, was 80. That's how hot it felt like. So, I'm supposed to be in socks, like Korean culture wise. Keep your hands warm, your feet warm, your body should be warm. Having to have blankets all the time. They made me wear long sleeves. Like my mom was freaking out when I was in like not tank top, but in a t-shirt. They gave you like a onesie. They were like, no, you know, like, and you see all of the women who gave birth all like, you know, suited. I shouldn't use the word suited, but like all prepared. You know, they have like arm gloves, socks. It wasn't just even the normal socks. It was the like the overheating socks. I don't know what you call them. You can see here. This is my socks that they made me put on. And do you see the blanket? How thick the blanket is? They gave you more blankets later on, but I was like, I'm heating. Like, I'm hot. Like, let me take off. But they were like, no, you gotta put things on. So it was very uncomfortable, but they also do this just in case something gets wrong with the wife or something gets wrong with the mom, then they would probably blame it on the hospital. So they try to keep it as neutral as possible. So I wasn't going to complain about it. But because of that, in Korea, usually what's interesting is that babies are kept in a different location. 안녕하세요. 감사합니다. Which means babies are not with me. We're not with the baby 24/7. Some people like it, but apparently in the US, they don't really like it. They would rather be with the baby than have them off. But that meant I can only see the baby 2 times a day. So, in terms of trusting, I guess because it's a hospital, people trust it. And I don't know, it's been kind of like a thing in Korea where when women give birth, instead of worrying about the baby as much, they become more worried about themselves. And a lot of people who gave birth earlier actually recommend moms to say don't have your kid with you because you won't get enough rest. Is kind of what the trend is happening in Korea. So when I was getting ready to give birth, I wanted the baby with me because I read in a lot of articles, and even my brother said it's great to be with the baby because you'll get the early bonding. But a lot of my Korean, you know, 선배s actually recommended me saying, don't be with the baby. You won't get any sleep. Get as much sleep as you can. And I was like, that's weird, right? How much sleep can you not get? Like, I wanted to actually test it. You know, this is like engineering Jinri brain going on. Like, how bad is it? I didn't get that much sleep being with a baby. But yeah, so it really sucked that I can only see the baby twice. So they have it. It's kind of like the K-drama. I don't know if you guys know. Let me see if I can find... There is a K-drama moment that kind of portrays this really well. The drama is called the Hospital Playlist. It's the recent season of the Hospital Playlist. They show it really well, but let me see. What do you call it? 좋은 아침입니다. 시직 다시 왔어요. 오래 걸렸지만 다시 왔어요. Shoot. It's called 분만실이 아니라, let's see. I want to show you the room. There was one episode that showed how the babies look like, or where the baby is placed. Let me see. Sorry guys, I should have looked it up before. But if you guys have a chance, definitely watch this drama because it really helps you understand how it's done. 그러면 I have to figure out. Let me ask the Korean chat. 거기를 뭐라고 부르죠? 왜 애기들 두는 곳? 산부인과에서 아니다. 분만을 하고 아기들을, 산후조리원 말고 병원에서 애기들 이렇게 하고 창문으로 보잖아요. 그걸 뭐라고 부르지? 뭔가 단어가 있을 것 같은데. 아씨, 그거 사진 보여주고 싶은데. I wanna find this. I think because it's completely different from how it's done in the US. 인큐베이터도 아니야. 아, let's see. Maybe I can find that episode. Now I really want to see this. 슬기로운. Oh my god, this is really bugging me. Okay, guys, play around among yourself for a bit. I'm gonna find this. I know which episode it is too. From the movie. Drama. K-drama. But I don't know if they have... Oh my god. Oh my god. It's killing me that I don't know the name of that place. Do you guys know they have like a mirror? Not mirror, a glass door. This is bugging me. 신생아실. 와. Thank you. 아, okay. I found it. 와, 진짜 이거 찾느라 너무 어려웠다. Sorry guys. Okay, I finally found it. Thank you. 감사합니다. So, in the US, when the baby is born, they are with the parents, with the mom and the dad, you know, they're in the same room, right? In Korea, they were actually placed in this room called baby room. That's the translation. And this is how it looks like. I don't know if I can show you a picture here. Like. And so there is a glass door that you can see the babies. Let's see. Oh, here. So something like this, right? So it's like a baby parade. Like there's just so many babies, and so they usually keep these shut. And then what happens is when it's time, they give you 2 times per day to see the baby. So when it is the time to see the baby, they open the blindfold. These are the blindfolds, guys. On the wall, on the oh, we'll wait. Yeah, what's really interesting about this area is that they have really, really good soundproof that when you don't hear the babies cry. So you imagine that all of these kids, all these babies are angels. They don't cry. They are like just sleeping 24/7. Every time we go see them, they're sleeping and they're happy. Which means that me trying to breastfeed my baby, they allowed it maybe twice a day, 3 times a day. And you had to register online through an app to breastfeed the baby. And there goes my baby too, crying. We're gonna wait for a bit to see if he can calm himself down, and I don't have to go. Today was just 30 minutes, so but it was better than like the past 2 days, right? Okay, he's gonna suck on his thumb, so let's hope that this happens. Let's see if that like calms down. Calm. Oh, it did work. I think letting baby cry out sometime. Yeah. Actually, so babies are supposed to cry. If your baby doesn't cry, then you should double check. But it was just so amazing. They just were so sleeping so peacefully and everything. But anyways, so in Korea, they are placed in these like, how would you describe that image, right? They are just like neatly placed in order, and you know, you have the blindfold open when you want to see the baby. So what was pretty funny about that moment is, let's say they open the baby room at 11. Then Mia and I prepared ourselves to go there at 10:50 because moms line up in front to see the babies, right? And which makes sense. They want to see their babies. But they're there for like 10-20 minutes. And what sucks is that this opening of seeing the baby is only 30 minutes. So we have to time ourselves real quick. We gotta run to see the babies, or else we won't get to see the baby, or won't be able to take good pictures. We'll be like, I'm trying to take the picture. Oh, is this showing? So it really sucks. So the next day, we ended up requesting the baby to stay with us for like 17-18 hours, and that was a disaster. And I think we'll end here so that I'll tell you the disastrous story of how the baby was with us the next day because he's crying a lot. Anyways, thank you guys, chat. As you guys can hear, my baby's crying a lot. He needs to learn how to calm himself down. That hasn't been doing well. But yeah. Bye. I don't wanna go. I miss talking to you guys. 여러분이랑 수다 떠는 게 재밌었는데 오늘 많이 오네요. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I don't wanna go. I should go, right? What is he doing though? Why is he complaining? Yeah, I have dark room and music though. Yeah, by the way, breastfeeding is not TOS, but oh my god. That's so weird. Like, okay guys, let me just open my boobs and let me get the baby right here. That's, I don't know. I'm still Korean in that sense. I'm using both my culture. Sorry guys. Okay, so anyways, thanks for watching and see you guys tomorrow. Bye.